Welcome to Caliente Topics. This is your daily tax webcast. I'm your host, Veronica Rosso, along with Patrick Russell, EA from MNMTaxman.com. Good morning to you, Patrick.
Good morning, Veronica. Today, we're going to reset, right? We've been talking about correspondence audits, but now we're going to reset. Now we're going to talk about the more dreaded and feared in-person audit. Talk a little bit about that.
And this is the scariest part, I guess, of an audit, right? I mean, sending documents by mail is like, okay, I don't have to see anybody. I can just mail my stuff, and then they will send me a letter. Now, when it comes to be in front of someone that you know that is going to,
can be intimidating,
give you
right?
a grade on the documents that you're sending, it's kind of scary for people that actually don't deal with the IRS on a daily basis.
Right, and we're going to take this webcast to really kind of have just a conversation about this element because it does tie into a very big decision you have to make right away, representation. You need to decide whether or not you're going to handle this audit on your own, depending on the items that are going to be reviewed. And there's the ease of your documentation, meaning your ease of access, how easy it's going to be for you to paint your case with the most basic of forms, right? You need to decide if you're a business and whether or not if you're going to have representation because of a field site visit, because maybe inventory of some kind might be one of the elements of this audit. So you really need to decide if you're going to handle this case on your own or get representation, because with the advantage of representation, now you have the attorney's or the EA's office where we could actually conduct the audit in that particular office as opposed to your place of business or having to go to the auditor's office at the field offices. Now, all major cities and metropolises all have field offices, so getting to an IRS appointment usually doesn't take more than 20, 30 minutes at most in most cases. But now, even if the agent insists on having the appointment either at your place of business or at his office, sometimes there's some insistence, your agent, your representative, your EA will stand in your stead. You will not be present in any of these interviews, in any of these meetings. So you need to make that choice right away, because with representation, you need to allow them to be your figurehead, your spokesperson, right? And allow that representative to be the filter before any documents or evidence or information flows to the IRS auditors, and it starts from day one.
A question for a business: do you always recommend having a representative represent you when it comes to an audit?
I'm not gonna lie, not always. If you're running a lemonade stand on the corner, aka let's say a one-man landscaping business with one truck, one lawnmower, and one weed whacker, and one bank account that has the most basic of expenses that you would find in any landscaper's books, and you've got your bank statements and you've got your invoices that tie to your deposits on your bank statements, and you've got your big invoices for your supplies and for whatever labor lumpers you may have, the information that balances out with the money going out. If it's clear as day and you're not talking about a lot of money anyway, even if you got, maybe you put the decimal point in the wrong place, which is sometimes that happens when we go through audits, we end up finding, wait a minute, that Excel spreadsheet doesn't have the right formula, my friend. Right? But even so, with smaller businesses, it would still be a minor slap on the wrist. Remember, guys, what we're talking about here is nothing criminal. We're talking about making sure that you're paying the exact amount of taxes as calculated on your tax return, and that's based on your information. So you're just looking to make sure that your information matches on your tax return, and that's what we help you put together, the best package that presents the strongest defense for you in an audit. Because at that point, guys, it's a fight. Don't think it's not. It is. They're not wasting their time. They're not wasting their time, and they're not wasting your time. So you're doing them a favor by making sure that your submission and your presentation is as accurate and as complete the first shot as you can.
Yeah. My recommendation, on the other hand, if you have a business, regardless, and this is me as a professional, with cases, always get representation, because not everyone.
Spoken like a true tax representative. Good for you, advocate.
Not everyone has the knowledge. Even if you have a small business with making, I don't know, $50,000 a year, you probably don't have the tax knowledge that you need to make sure that everything matches. When hiring a representative, an EA, or even someone else that knows about taxes, they give you the ability to understand what you're going, because you don't want to present yourself with the IRS in a person appointment and have everything all over the place.
No, definitely not. The days of bringing a milk carton box of receipts disorganized all over the place and throwing them down on the desk of an agent, those days are over. First they'll laugh at you and throw them back at you, or he'll sit down and say, have a seat. Yeah. This is going to take a while, and he'll do his job.
And that's what, once again, my recommendation is to always do that. When it comes to a business, you're paying something that it's a legal service, so it is deductible
of course,
on your
absolutely.
taxes.
For sure.
So
No
businesses, regardless of who you are, what you make, you are a business owner, and you need representation, and you need someone that knows how to represent yourself, getting all the paperwork together and making sure that everything it's in place.
Absolutely, because what you're looking for and shooting for is a letter that comes back saying no changes to the taxes that you calculated on your tax return. You got an A+ on your book report. That's how we see it. But even if you come in a little short because of loss of records is a big one for one reason or another, then you're talking about a bill. And what we do is we try to eliminate as much as we can that bill. And that's what good representation is all about, guys.
A couple of things before we leave. One of the main things that you have to have when it comes to representing yourself, if you're thinking about doing it, having the receipt and then the bank statement matches. And Patrick obviously went over that already. But it is critical for you to have everything in place to make sure that it matches, right?
Ooh, let's do that one tomorrow.
Yes.
Because proof of purchase and to go along with just the receipt, that's a conversation all by itself. We're going to talk about that one tomorrow.
Okay, well, thank you, Patrick. Thank you guys for watching this webcast another day. And
absolutely.
We ask you to subscribe, share, like, whatever you want to do. Just, support our webcast.
Use the comment boxes below, please. If you're looking for a quick answer to a question, this is the way to do it. Send us your questions. We'll reply back pretty quick. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.